Okay, to spare my own sanity, I'm not gonna do the full 5 minute. Hello, hi, been a minute. It's only been like 2 days. A couple of fair warnings. It is very fucking hot in my room, so my window's open to dredge what little cold I can from the outside, which is a like 3-degree difference. Yay me. And I may become delirious. Or I already am, who knows. I have plenty of water near me. I will do my best to mute myself when I'm drinking, but historically I've not been great about that. Last time, we got through the first chunk of Dark Knight quests. Very solid stuff, as was to be expected. This time, I would very much like to get through the remaining bit of Dark Knight. It'll be a longer stream, but I've got all day. This is my only day off this week, so we'll see if I stream again today, this week. I do have more stuff to get through, but honestly, at this point, if I can just get through Dark Knight, I'll be satisfied. A couple of things I realized I missed on that list I showed last stream is that in that list last stream, I did not include the Pictomancer or Viper job quests, as those will be a thing of similar length to Sage or Reapers. Misstep, easily added, doesn't really matter. Let's see, any other points of import? My door's open, so my dog and cat will almost certainly make some manner of noise as they hop to and from and about. Hopefully that will not be too disrupting when that inevitably occurs. And I believe that that's about everything. I have begun looking at AC units, though, so hopefully my suffering will be a temporary affair until such time as I actually, go out and get a fucking AC unit. Because as long as I can get my room down to a decent temp, I shouldn't need to have it running all the time. But without any further ado, let us get right into it. It would seem, sir, that my comrades have misjudged you. I realize this now, having witnessed the lengths to which Lord Drillmont will go for your sake. There can be no doubt that you are a true friend to Ishgard, which is fortunate, as we have urgent need of one with your skills. Pray accompany me to Behemoth's Dominion at once. Ooh, I will be maintaining reading these for the Dark Knight quest line, of course, only just to save myself pain and suffering. Apologizing for misjudging your character, the Temple Knight implores you to accompany him to the Behemoth's Dominion, as he has urgent need of one with your skills. Oblige the knight and lend what assistance you can. There is a demon among us, sir, a fiend which cannot be suffered to live. Lord Drillmont may be willing to let a dangerous vigilante roam free, but we are not so foolish. What sort of hero maims and murders knights sworn to the Holy See? None I know. A heretic you are, and a heretic you shall die. Want to try that again? Vile fiend, do not think you can conceal your true nature from them forever. We will expose you for the abomination that you are, I swear it. Wielder of dark arts, consort of dragons, I will bring you to justice, even if it costs me my life. Shall we oblige him, then? I don't know, that sounds reasonable to me. Well, are you going to kill him, or shall I? You are one of them too, aren't you? This is the part where you beg for your life. Leave these lands if you value your lives. We will not show you mercy again. I pray you do not make a habit of following men plotting to kill you into secluded areas. I'm just not easy to kill. Or did you learn naught from Frey? So you do know of him. I thought him fallen at the trial, but then I heard whispers of a man seen wielding his sword in battle. So tell me, what became of him? How did you learn the arts? By the gods. Though, now that I think on it, 'tis not the first time I've heard such a tale. We who consort with the darkness are never truly whole. There will ever be a part of us yearning to be free. We trained together, Frey and I. His was a strength beyond reckoning, but alas, it was not enough. It warms my heart to see that you carry on his legacy, that you have learned as much as you have with only a soul crystal to guide you bespeaks your potential. There's a matter I would discuss with you, but not here. My name is Sittergu. Pray look for me at the Forgotten Night in Ishgard. Aetheryte. Forgotten Night. Oh, she's already here. Are you a friend of Sid's? Given the circumstances under which you embarked upon this path, I fear you do not yet understand what it means to be a Dark Knight. The first of us bared steel against one of the clergy. This is true. He sacrificed everything he once held dear in the name of justice. So must all who would walk in his footsteps. Mayhap you think that this will earn you the love of the common man. You are wrong. To many, you will forever be a criminal, a fiend who sows chaos and discord. These people will listen to the lies of our enemies. They will do their utmost to cast you out, or worse, as they did to Frey. If you are not prepared to deal with these consequences, then surrender your sword and soul crystal to me now. You claim conviction, but your actions speak otherwise. You spared a man who tried to murder you. Mercy, some would call it. Idiocy, I name it. Aye, that's right. I followed him and gave him the mercy he truly deserved. Look at me, Arentel. Tell me what you see. The first Ishgardians to encounter Al-Ra saw Dravanians. We had fled Garlemald's armies only to come to a land where we were mistaken for another nation's mortal enemy. They bared steel and came to kill us, but we did not die so easily. We spared them and sent them on their way, and how do you think they repaid our kindness? With fire and blood, Arentel, with death for every man, woman, and child. Make no mistake, these are the wages of mercy. If you would walk the path, then you must accept this truth, for your enemies already have. Hey, I'm back. There it is. War, Dark Knight. A little more. There it is. Ah, here we are. Away from Whitebrim front, the Temple Knight reveals his true intentions, to execute you for your crimes against his order. His comrades charge, swords bared, and so you have no choice but to defend yourself. After a brief struggle, you are once more left alone with the knight. Even as he trembles with fear, the Temple Knight remains defiant, swearing to expose you for the abomination you are, even if it costs him his life. In that moment, a tall, dark stranger approaches, offering to kill the knight in your stead. Before you can answer, the knight flees, leaving you with the stranger, who names himself I'm just gonna call him Sigurd. It's gonna be substantially easier for me to pronounce, and it's not that far off. A tall knight who trained with Frey. Intrigued by your potential, he invites you to join him at the Forgotten Night in Ishgard, where you might continue your conversation. Recounting the story of the first Dark Knight, Sidirgu stresses that to walk his path is to live forever as an outcast. Presenting you with the sword of the man who tried to murder you, he declares that mercy is wasted on your foes. To further emphasize this point, he tells you of how the first Auri refugees to flee the Imperial armies were attacked by Ishgardians, having been mistaken for Dravanians, and that even though the Aura showed mercy, the Ishgardians returned and slaughtered them all. As his voice trembles with rage, you take note of the young girl at his side. Though she avoids your gaze, you sense that she is watching you with a curious intensity. Ellipses. I see you yet walk the path, Arntel, and it is well that you do. This is a matter I can discuss only with another Dark Knight. Swear to me that you will speak of it to no one else. Thank you. Then I shall begin at the beginning. Our master, in his final moments, spoke to Frey and to me in riddles. A heart oh, shit. Come on, man. Ah, okay. Once more. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths the flame endures. Submit to the flame and harness the abyss. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. And so we carried on, following the creed, until one day we found her. Go on, Riel, he can be trusted. Alright. Haloni's blessings be upon you, sir. Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of Temple Knights at the time who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issue with that and chose to intervene. We went to ground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Arntel. Not from the Temple Knights, not by myself. I'm not even sure why they seek her, only that should I fail, her life is forfeit. Help me, Arntel, and I shall share with you my arts, and when we have reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Then it is settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. Don't you have something to say to Arntel, Riel? Ellipses. talk to her a little and ask her about herself. On his deathbed, Sidergu's master spoke of a flame in the abyss, a concept which Sidergu and Frey did not understand. In following the creed of their predecessors, they hoped that the meaning would become clear to them in time. Alas, when they intervened to save the life of a young girl, they were marked for death by the Order. Frey was captured and executed in a trial by combat, leaving Sidergu to care for Riel by himself. Fearing that he cannot handle the task alone, he implores you to join his cause, and you agree. Perhaps now would be a good time to get to know Riel. No, wrong person. Yes? Where are your parents? What do you think about Sidergu? He doesn't talk as much, not since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word. Other times, but I know he would never hurt me. Why did the Temple Knights want to hurt you? They said I was an abomination, that I had to die to atone for my sins. Excuse me, Arental, was it? You'll look after Sid too, won't you? Thank you. That puts my mind at ease. Right? That's enough of that. To more important matters. What are you doing, friend? Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Riel. They seem to believe something is wrong with her, but for the life of me, I cannot imagine what it could be. However, there may be a way to find out. The other day, I overheard a curious tale from a House Hillionaire knight recently returned from Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patients' aether. So skilled were their healers that they could diagnose ailments with a glance. It may be not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cups, but even so, if there is a chance we could learn what, if aught, ails Riel, I dare say we must take it. Let us go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. For Riel's sake, I say we see if there is any truth to this rumor. Did you know Frey too? He was a good teacher and a friend. Though somewhat standoffish, Riel responds to your inquiries as best she can. Satisfied that you have established a rudimentary rapport, Sidergu interrupts with his latest plan. Since the Temple Knights appear to be convinced that Riel is some sort of abomination, Sidergu would first determine if there is anything unusual about her. To that end, he proposes that you seek out a Vanu healer in the Sea of Clouds, as some are said to possess the ability to see their patient's aether. Rendezvous with him in Camp Cloudtop. How is he getting there? Ooh. There's a hunt around here someplace. Where is he? There he is. How is it that they float like that? I've never seen anything quite like it. Right then. The Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. I am told they use Gastornis feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that would suffice. Arental, I must ask that you prepare our offering while I look after Riel. Once you have it, we can journey to Vundu Ok Bendu together and entreat one of their healers to examine her. Please take care, Arental. The Temple Knights have eyes everywhere, Arental. I dare not leave her unattended. For the most part, the Vanu are disinclined to parley with outsiders. However, they may be willing to grant you a request in exchange for a suitable offering. Sidergu asks that you seek out and slay Gastonus for their feathers, as it is said the Vanu use them in their rituals. I'm not really getting the vibe that the quest text is being influenced by a third party. So perhaps it is a moot point for the 60 quests. Oh, that's definitely there's a hunt train around here apparently. That's neat. Shame I'm nowhere in the area just to watch them zoom by as a fucking tidal wave of pain. Well, we are on Seraph, so it's probably more like a what's a smaller wave? It occurs to me that there's no easy way to name a wave smaller than a tidal wave without just taking the tidal off. Would then, if a Seraph hunt party is a tidal wave, perhaps we could refer to a Aether hunt party as a rogue wave. You procure the feathers with little difficulty. Journey now into Vanu territory and pray that you find a healer willing to hear you out. What minstrel gale blows netherlings this far? Away with you, away. I have feathers. Gift. Gastonus feathers. Netherlings know the ways of the Vundu well. Let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece. She will do as we ask, Arntel. Bring forth the child, Netherlings. Let me look upon her face and know her heart. Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid. Drink of the winds, let thy soul take flight. Bathe in the mists and show me thy light. Come, show me thy light. What tempestuous winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you? Speak plain, Vanu. This is no child. This is the Tarmotaine follows you. Netherlings, you cannot remain here. Be gone from our lands. Tarmotaine? Wait, I don't. Goddamn it. Ready your blade, Arntel. We've been followed. Over there. Someone's coming. Climb the ridge and stand watch. I'm staying with Riel. How did they find us? Fortuitously, you encounter a Vanu healer willing to examine Riel in exchange for your offering of feathers. Arms held high, she begins chanting, her voice rising in intensity until she gasps in surprise. A great spirit dwells within her. The healer begins, but before she can finish, she senses others following in your wake and flees. Turning towards the road, Sidirgu readies his sword and bids you search for your pursuers while he guards Riel. Let me up. I'm rolling the Ninetales a lot today. That's like the fourth time in like 10 mounts. Ooh, 3 of you? I commend the attempt. Ooh, he got 2 as well. So it really was them. You come upon Temple Knights who mark you for a foe at once. The battle is joined and soon ended. Return to Sidergu and let him know what you found. Did I miss any of them? I did not. That should be the last of them. I've seen these ones about before. They don't answer to the Lord Commander, or so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that. Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. Not for us, then. Back to Ishgard we go. Come along, Riel. I'm excited for getting to like the end of the segment of the quests, and like right around then is when I get used to defaulting to a Forgotten Night, and it's never relevant again. You're not hurt, are you? Not significantly. While with the Vanu healer long gone, there is no reason to remain in the Sea of Clouds. Return to the Forgotten Night with Sidergu and Riel. I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple Knights, murderers and thieves who drape themselves in the trappings of righteousness. Do you not see, Arantel? We are all that stands between them and their prey. There is no justice for these monsters save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins. I swear it. I swear it. If I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will. Arantel, Cid, I wanted to thank you both for protecting me earlier and apologize for getting you too hurt. Don't be foolish. You've not to apologize for. In any case, at least we learned something of our enemy's motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling of what the healer meant by Great Spirit. Cursing the Temple Knights for their savagery, Sidergu nearly flies into a rage until Riel's sudden apology of being the cause for your distress saps the Dark Knight of his anger. Though the motives of the Temple Knights yet remain a mystery, it is clear now that there is something rather unusual about the young girl that they so fervently pursue. Come back soon. Joke's on you, I'm already back. So a great spirit dwells within Riel, if that shaman is to be believed. We need answers, Arantel. I can think of no one better to ask than those who commune with spirits regularly. I speak of Gridania's conjurers who can hear the voices of the Twelveswood, or so it is said. It's just as well. Frey told me she had an aptitude with their arts. What had taken him moons to learn, she mastered in days. Sometimes these talents run in the family, he said. Mayhaps her ancestors were conjurers after a fashion. Whatever the reason, there is no guarantee it is related to what the shaman said, or why the Temple Knights wish her dead. If past experience is any indication, they will be tracking us the moment we leave the city. It's not a question of if they will attack us, but when. But you will be ready for them, I see. Then let us be off. The road should be safe so far as Camp Dragonhead. We must learn more of Riel's condition. The conjurers of Gridania will surely have answers. Are we going to see the conjurers? Frey used to tell me stories of the fame. Cid said he would have won if they had let him keep his staff. Who better to tell you more of the Great Spirit than those who commune with spirits regularly? For that reason, Sidergu hopes that the conjurers of Stillglade Fane can offer insight into Riel's condition. He notes that the road to Gridania will offer more opportunities for the Temple Knights to attack. At the very least, you should be safe as far as Camp Dragonhead. much further is it to Gridania? I've never been. They're close. I can feel it. Stay with Riel. I'm going to scout out the road to the observatorium. Follow at a distance. If they come, do whatever it takes to see her safely inside the walls. Good. That's a promise. Suspecting that the Temple Knights are nearby, Sidergu offers to scout out the road to the observatorium. Stay with Riel and follow him at a distance. Please be safe, Sid. I'm ready, Arntel, whenever you are. Let's go then. I don't see anyone. Why are you faster than my walking speed but slower than my running speed? Why is this a thing that, like... Oh my god. There they are. Some of the others. They found us. But where are they? Oh, there they are. Looking at the wrong person. I'm the threat. Look, I realize you're a child, but can you run a little faster, maybe? This way, men, after them. Ooh, there's 3 of them now. Surrender the girl. There is no escape. 4 of them. They're getting desperate. Stay back, all of you. Perish. You were meddling in affairs beyond your ken. Get away from us, I'm warning you. Legitimate warning, like dead men walking, straight up. I may have living dead, but like, seriously though. Perish. You will live to regret this. There are the gate. God, Arntel, just a little further. We made it. Yep. You're not hurt, are you? Arntel, thank the gods you're alright. I should have known they would strike when we were apart. They're certain to return with reinforcements ere long. We must press on south into Gridanian territory. Until we reach the city proper, we cannot be assured of safety. We leave now, Riel. You can rest once we reach Stillblade Fane. Not long after you part ways, the Temple Knights attack, spurring you and Riel to make haste to the observatorium. Though the knights are no match for you, their numbers are legion, and you find yourself growing weary from the struggle. However, Riel's conjury proves surprisingly potent, and you are able to fend off your attackers until you reach the safety of the observatorium's walls. Sidergu chides himself for leaving your side and bids you make haste to Gridania. Before the Temple Knights return with reinforcements, seek out Brother Ismiyan of the Conjurers Guild and beg his assistance. Give me a wild fucking feeling when I drop New Game Plus for my tags. I guess it'll only be a temporary thing, right? Because after I finish all the Dawn Trail stuff, I still have to get a bunch of the job quests done. To say nothing of the Grand Endeavor. Well, no, because, like, the Grand Endeavor won't technically be New Game Plus. The Grand Endeavor will have to be done on an alt. Wait, where's... I care just enough. Where is, Sudoku? Are they still on their way? Did I walk past them? I guess they're still on their way. Oh well. Ah, Arntel, you are come to continue your studies? A great spirit, is it? If it please, I would examine the girl myself. It is the very least I can do for one who has ever been a friend of the Twelveswood. Ah, but where are they? Apologies for our late arrival. Riel grew tired, and I had to carry her part of the way. I could have kept walking. Our burdens need not be our own, child. There is no shame in sharing the weight. Who's the boy? Ah, I am Brother Isumiyan, master of the guild, and though you will labor to believe it, young man, I'm several times your age. You must be Riel. Arntel has told me about you. Pray come closer and take your ease. I ask that you close your eyes and listen to my words. Breathe deep. Feel the myriad life around you. Be as one with the world. Well, The Vanu shaman spoke true after a fashion. Her spiritual presence belies her years. It is clearly not the product of training, rather an innate power with which she radiates, akin to that of the elementals or the Dravanians. You can't be serious. She's just a girl. Yes, she is. A very special girl. Mayhap you are familiar with the tale of the boy and dragon Gay. No? Hardly surprising, the Archbishop declared it a heretic's tale, and with good cause. It is a corruption of an older legend in which a man partakes of dragon blood and, in so doing, becomes one himself. Rumor has it that heretics hold such rituals for this very purpose, and if there is truth in such tales, perchance she has ingested the blood of an ancient dragon. What? She's not some half-crazed lunatic. I make no accusations, only offer a possible explanation. Moreover, who is to say that she did so knowingly? You... Excuse me, pray forgive me. I did not mean to cause you distress. You have nothing to fear, my child, for you are in perfect health and blessed with 2 loyal guardians. Would that others could say the same. I think Riel would benefit from a brief respite before returning to Ishgard. Unused to the rigors of the road as she is, why not show her to the Carling Canopy? An eel pie can do wonders for the soul. Well, thank you for your time. Such a gentle soul, I can see why he is so fond of her. After a cursory examination, Brother Isumiyan states that the Vanu shaman spoke true after a fashion. Riel's innate spiritual presence does indeed bear similarities to that of the elementals and the Dravanians. Citing an ancient legend in which a man ingested the blood of a dragon to become one himself, he speculates that Riel may have partaken of the blood of an ancient Dravanian. Though Sidergu is unnerved by the implication, Riel's feelings are unclear. Her face an unreadable mask. Before you embark before Ishgard, Brother Isumiyan suggests you rest at the Carlian canopy. Oh look, the Sia bots. Isn't that cute? Fairy tales and fantasies. This is what he has to offer us, heretics, I understand, but I expected better from the bloody head of the Conjurers Guild. And you, why didn't you speak up for yourself? Riel? There were no windows, just walls of stone with little cracks to tempt your fingers and iron bars colder than ice. I couldn't tell when it was raining, whether it was night or day. She didn't say I drank blood. All she said was, it's better this way. At least if they catch me, they'll kill me this time. Can I finish my apple? Go ahead. It's not a sin if someone made you do it. I didn't. I won't let them hurt you. I know. You want another one? No, thank you. Right then. Keep an eye on her until she's finished eating, would you? I could do with some fresh air. Frustrated by her silence, in the face of Brother Isumiyan's suggestions, Sidergu presses Riel for an explanation. She pauses, and then, with a faraway look in her eyes, she speaks softly of her imprisonment in a windowless cell. With walls so thick, she could not even hear the rain. She denies drinking dragon blood, but claims that she was never accused of such. As for their reasons, she intones that her captors simply said, it's better this way. Uncertain how to respond, Sigerdu excuses himself and steps outside, leaving you to look after Riel until she's finished eating. Thank you for waiting with me, Arentel. Shall we go and find Sid? As you watch Riel eat, you start to wonder how long she was kept in her cell, and how she passed the time in solitude. Afterwards, you think... The fuck? Hang on. I have actually no idea, but I resent the loss of my fresh air all the same. Afterwards, she thanks you for waiting and heads outside to find Sidergu. Do you need a moment? Well, I've had my fill of the forest. Back to Ishgard then. I think Riel and I can manage on our own for now. Shall we? Wrong. No, damn it, fuck you. Ah, there we go. The apples were good, but maybe I should have tried the eel pie after all. Eager to quit the forest, Sidirgu departs with Riel. Return to the Forgotten Night and speak with them there. That was a blessedly uneventful journey. Mayhap the Temple Knights were still nursing the injuries you gave them. Riel was worried they might try to ambush you on the road, but I assured her you would be fine. I must apologize, Arentel. For all you have done for us, I fear I have yet to adequately recompense you. I will continue to share with you what skills I can. Alas, I fear we near the limits of my knowledge. Come back soon. And to the bottom. Blessedly, you and Sidirgu meet with no trouble on the road back to Ishgard. Recognizing that he has yet to adequately recompense you for your services, he resolves to share what knowledge of the dark arts he has with you. I've been thinking, Arentel. The Palajal linked Riel's spiritual presence to that of a Dravanian, hence why he suggested she had partaken of dragon blood. Regardless of the cause, she does hold some affinity with dragons. She will never be safe here in Ishgard. If, being the operative word, of course, we need to know for certain, which means we must parley with a Dravanian. It will not be easy, I realize. The Dravanians are not wont to entertain outsiders, especially ones hailing from Ishgard. You have spoken with their leaders? Beg pardon, I did not think you would be so readily admit it. Well, pray lead the way, Arentel. Sidirgu believes that if Riel holds some affinity with the dragons, then the only way to be certain is to present her to a Dravanian. He believes this to be a nigh impossible task. Until you reveal that you have already parleyed with Vidofnir, that is. Journey to Annex Shrine and entreat with the dragon for her aid. I pray this Vidofnir can give us the answers we seek. Ever since you joined us, we've visited so many new places. I'm sure Frey would have enjoyed it too. Thank goodness for this hole in the ceiling, man. And look, a wild Vidofnir appears. She's rather large, isn't she? You shouldn't say that about a woman, man. I've never seen a dragon up close before. They're so big. Wow, both of you. Thou keepest curious company, mortal. It's normal. I see. Though I trust in thy words, thy companions are unknown to me. A token, then, for them to declare their intent. I would have them gather up Gorn Alem in the Avalonia Fallen, and bring it to me. But where the beasts which are drawn by their fragrance? Thou must prepare an offering of Grown Alem. Only then shall we speak of other things. So dragons like flowers, just like we do. Vidofnir studies your companions, her gaze lingering on Riel a moment longer. Then she then asks that you bring an offering of Gorn Alem as a gesture of goodwill. Discuss her request with Sidirgu. Right then, gathering flowers for a dragon, no point in questioning it. Riel and I will search the lands north of here together. You can take the south. Doubtless she has her reasons. I merely wish I was privy to them. Oi. Back into the hole. Dive, dive, dive. I can't wait until the embargo lifts for the media tour. Oh, it's gonna be some fun shit. Actually, like, getting a look at how all the jobs are changing. Again, I'm very excited for Dark Knight. Them mentioning getting rid of one of these two, I've forgotten which, is a little disconcerting, but I doubt it'll be too much of a problem. You'll see. Hopefully, I'm proven foolish for my worry, you know? Though puzzled by the request, Sirgu accepts that it must be done. He and Riel will search through the lands to the north for the flowers, while you will search the south. As Vidofnir warned, your attempts to harvest Gor Malim are not without incident. In any case, the flowers are now yours. Return to the dragon and see if your offering is sufficient. Such fragile, fleeting creations, bring them close, mortal, that I might breathe deep of their essence. That which passeth into death liveth on in memory. One prepareth now for the journey. Bid farewell to her and mourn, and find the answer thou seekest. If thou wouldst know the legacy of the child, then seek the Ancient One and mourn. Vidofnir tells you of a dragon on the verge of death and mourn, who has the answers you seek. Present the flowers to the Dravanian and hearken to her words. Let me linger a while longer, hunter. Soon my soul shall take wing. I shall miss this. Vidofnir bade you come to me. His scent entwined. Ah, I see it now. We seek no quarrel, O Ancient One, only answers. Come forward, child. There you are, my beloved. How long have it been since we soared through the mists? What did you say? Silence, Dark One. He liveth on in you, child. The blood of my beloved floweth strong in thy veins. Yet mingled as it is, 'twas not thee who partook of his essence. Were it not so, thou wouldst have been overcome. Thy progenitors drank deep, to spur their own becoming. Then it's true, the Temple Knights knew. Then they will never stop. They cannot, even if we flee Ishgard. If we could but harness the abyss. Thou speakest strange, Dark One. What dost thou seek? Oh, shrouded in thy rancor, thou standest apart from thy charge. The folly of youth, even the tiny beings who frolic in the mists of Som-Al know a better way. What? Who? No more, Dark One, no more. Farewell, child. Fly free for us. Goodbye, and thank you. There's not more for us here, to Ishgard. Leave me to slumber, Dark One. My beloved singeth to me. Ooh. Through labored breaths, the dragon declares that the blood of her beloved flows strong in Riel's veins. Furthermore, the fact that the girl has not succumbed to the blood suggests that it was passed on to her by her parents, Forced to accept the truth at last, Sirgu despairs that the Temple Knights will never cease their pursuit of Riel. He bemoans his inability to harness the abyss his master spoke of, which piques the dying dragon's curiosity. After learning the nature of your dark arts, the dragon chides you for your foolishness, stating that even the tiny beings you frolic in the mists of Somal know a better way. Sirgu presses her for details, but the dragon's energy is spent. No more answers will be had. Return to Ishgard and discuss what you have learned. I see now. This changes nothing. I swore an oath to protect her, and I mean to uphold it, no matter the cost. So, these are the knights who would defy the will of Halone. She's found us. My lady surely knows she will find few friends here. Blessed are we who abide in her grace, for we shall never be forsaken. One day I, Yestride de Kalinor, shall walk in her halls, and you shall answer for your deeds. Will you stand before her and claim that you were right, that you were righteous, that it was just to take so many lives in defense of that abomination? Repent for your sins and surrender it to me. The Fury may yet spare your souls. So yours is the righteous cause. To condemn a girl to death for her parents' deeds. This is the will of Halone? Yes, it is. If you will not see reason, even with full knowledge of the facts, then I will make you all a final offer. Submit to a trial by combat. Survive, and you may go in peace. Fall, and it is mine. Refuse, and I will put this tavern to the torch and have the heads of every man, woman, and child here. Anyone who dares harbor you will suffer the same, here or elsewhere. This I swear to you. Would that we could settle this here and now, but I'd wager your men at the door would take offense. As you wish, my lady, you shall have your trial. I shall send a messenger with the details. Mother, wait. I should have had them cut out your tongue. I just gotta, just real quick, I just need to, let's, come on. Hang on. No, I need, I just need a sound bite, please. Please? No. Hang on, just a moment. Oh, hang on. Almost got it. Here we are. I just about got it. Okay, here we go.
Do you know who I am?
There it is. Anyway, Riel, what in the seven hells is going? I need to get a fucking soundboard, man. Even if it's virtual, especially if it's fucking virtual. I need one. She told them to take me. She said I wasn't hers. That I was. Why didn't you tell me this was all your mother's doing? I bled for you. Frey died for you. We had a right to know. I didn't mean for... God's damn it all. Leave us, Arentel. I need time to think. Yeah, clearly she doesn't know who I am. Yes, I've already won a trial by combat against the fucking Heaven's Word. At this point in the story, how do you think this is gonna go? Alone. Well, Alphinaud was there, but do we really want to count Alphinaud at that point in the story? At least, I didn't ask this. I didn't ask for anyone for Frey to. Oh. As you and Sidirgu weigh your options, a noblewoman strides into the Forgotten Night and names you as the knights who would defy the will of Halone, introducing herself as Yestride de Kelano. She offers you a choice, trial by combat or death for you and all who dare aid you. Seeing no alternative, Sidirgu grudgingly agrees. As Yestride turns to leave, Riel at last cries out, revealing that she is Yestride's daughter. Incensed by her daughter's words, Yestride storms out of the tavern, and Sidirgu whirls about to confront Riel. He demands to know why she never told him, shouting that he and Frey had a right to know, reminding her they bled for her, that Frey died for her. Shaken, she struggles to explain, but Sidirgu has had enough. Refusing to look at Riel, he bids you leave them for now, that he might have time to think. It took me considerable effort, but at last I have learned the whole truth. Attend to me, Arentel. You have a right to know. For countless generations, the sons and daughters of House Kelano have pledged themselves to the Church, so devoted to the faith they are. Many rose to positions of great prominence within the clergy, and for a time, Countess Yestride de Kelano was poised to do the same. And when she and her husband celebrated the birth of their firstborn, the futures of the house seemed brighter than ever. That is, until years later when the Inquisitors came. Information gleaned during an interrogation had implicated her husband as a heretic. When the Countess confronted him with these allegations, he brought a vial to his lips and completed his transformation. One, he proudly declared, was decades in the making. The Temple Knights slew him as he tried to rip out her throat. Afterwards, she had Riel locked away in the deepest cell she could find. Madness. What monster thinks to find absolution in her daughter's death? You mustn't go. She'll kill you. She'll kill us anyway if we don't. I don't know what I'm doing, Riel, but I have a plan. Arentel, recall you the dragon's words when you told her of our dark arts? She said they were tiny things who know a better way. If they can teach us how to harness the abyss, mayhap we can stand against Lady Yestride and her minions. Unfortunately, I haven't the foggiest who these tiny beings might be. It's Moogles. It's speak of the Moogles. Right then, a plan. I shall make inquiries, but I do not expect to learn much. If you uncover aught of interest, pray send word. House Kelano has long held strong ties with the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, allowing many of their sons and daughters to rise to great prominence within the clergy. Countess Yestride de Kelano was poised to do the same until she learned of her husband's heresy. When confronted, he proudly confessed to having consumed dragon blood for decades before draining a vial to complete his transformation and murder his wife. Though he was slain before he could do so, he nevertheless succeeded in tearing his family apart. For when the Countess realized that his tainted blood had been passed on to their daughter, Riel, she chose to confine her to a cell for fear of what the girl might become. Now fully aware of his foe's fanatical nature, Sidirgu would seize any advantage for the coming battle. Recalling the ancient dragon's words, he thinks to seek out the tiny beings who know a better way. He has no idea who they might be, but you have a sneaking suspicion that you do. Well, if it isn't one of the new visitors from below, are you searching for something? If so, just ask. I pride myself on being the second most well-informed Moogle here. My, that's a rather grim way of living, isn't it? I can't say I've ever heard of knights so infatuated with darkness. However, I think I might know why she bade you visit us. Go ahead and fetch your friends. We have an awful lot to talk about. Welcome to Mogholm. The little one must be Riel, which makes the big one Cid, right? Yes, I presume you are one of the tiny beings of whom the dragon spoke. Riel, say something to the Moogle. Riel? Riel? I'm sick of this charade. You tell me to talk, but then refuse to listen. You tell me you're doing this for me, but then go on about the darkness and the abyss. Am I supposed to be grateful when you come back covered in blood, when I put you back together again so you can do it again? You drag me to halfway across the world so you can discover a new way to kill yourself and tell me it's for my sake? Why are we here, Sidirgu? Tell me the real reason. Riel, of course it's for your sake. Well, you've certainly had a lot of practice saying it, haven't you? I'm sure the next fair maiden will appreciate it. What are you saying? It's not like that, Riel. And you, say something, damn you. I think I'm beginning to understand this whole darkness concept. Harnessing the power of your emotions, or some such, yes. I'm reminded of an ancient legend about a Moogle named Mog, rather simple name, I know. But those were simpler times. Anyway, Mog had a penchant for dancing and... Wait, what? What does dancing have to do with the dark arts? Everything, Kupo, everything. The point is, your master was absolutely right when he told you to submit to the flame. You just have to figure out what he meant by it. But better late than never, Master Moggy will show you the way. First, you two Dark Knights will need to pull 4 sprigs of Pomwort each. Hop to it. I fail to see what purpose this serves, but fine. You will have your precious Pomwort. Oh, and Riel can stay here with us while you're away. Let's go, Arentel. Look after him, will you? No one will be harnessing the darkness or the abyss or whatever else, unless you bring me a plenty of Pomwort first. You summon Sidirgu and Riel to Mogholm and introduce them to Moggy, the second most well-informed Moogle in the village. However, rather than engaging the Moogle, the normally reserved Riel erupts, berating Sidirgu for his obsession with the darkness and his treatment of her. Moggy, believing that she has insight into the flame of the abyss, bids you and Sidirgu gather Pomwort, while she and the other Moogles look after Riel. Strength is pain, strength is suffering, strength is sacrificing. God, sot this. There you are, darkest dark one of the dark. Have you brought Have you brought my Pomwort? Where's Riel? Very nice, very nice. That must have kept you busy for a while. For your next trial, you must call Tully hands. Rather a lot of them have been sighted on the road to Azah. If you wait there long enough, they're sure to show up. Where's Riel? Riel? Oh, you needn't worry about her. She's off playing with some friends of mine. Just focus on the trial and wait for me in Azah when you're finished. Having completed your first trial, Moggy bids you undertake a second. You and Sigurdu are to call Tully hands on the road to Azah. A curious trial, to be sure, but surely there's a method to the Moogle's madness. Oh, the purpose is hardly clear to you. You gather Pomworth as Moggy requested. Return to the Moogle and present to her your bounty. You slay Tully hand after Tully hand. You begin to wonder if this is all simply pointless busywork. Join Sigurdu in Azah and see if he shares your suspicions. What in the hells are we doing, Arentel? What could Moogles possibly know about mastering the dark arts? Ah, foolish fools. Right then, what's all this? While you two were busy gathering Pomworth and slaying Tullahans, we kidnapped Riel. Evil laugh. Oh yes, Goopo, we've had so much fun playing together, so much fun indeed. So much fun that we thought we might keep her here forever. You wouldn't dare. If you don't believe us, go and look. You'll never find her. Not in a million years. She's ours, and you'll never see her again. You furry little shites. Give her back to me now, or I swear I'll kill every last one of you and burn your village to cinders. Your worst, Goopo. You missed your Riel, Goopo. Well, too bad. She's our Riel now. I'm going to rip that palm off your head and shove it down your goddamn throat. Our turn. Give her back to me. Give her back. You just don't get it, do you? She's gone forever. Oh, that's worrying. No, you don't. Bit much, if you ask me. Forever. It doesn't matter how hard you fight, you're never going to see her again. What, are you going to cry now? Go on then, cry for me. Fucking legend. I think he is, look! Keep crying, keep... Fucking hell. Die, damn you, die! This isn't what I... You really could hurt someone carrying on like that. That's the bloody point. Now tell me where she is if you want to live. Oh, wait. Why do you want her back so badly? What kind of question is that? You kidnapped her. But you don't seem to like having her around that much anyway, right? She's just a burden to you. So why do you care what happens to her? I swore an oath to protect her. That's what Dark Knights do. You think that will give you strength enough to protect her, duty and honor? I'll tell you what you need, Kupo. Whence comes true strength to defend the meek? It is honor. Is it honor? Is it justice? How bland. Could it be that the darkness is born of a light, a flame burning for another? How grand. Tis love, all-powerful, shining love. Rather blunt, I'll admit, but subtlety doesn't seem to be your strong suit. Riel. Well, here we are. Go on, Riel. Say your piece. I know you and Frey were trying to do right by your master, that you came to my defense because you believed that's what he would have wanted. And I know you only did that because you believed it would make you stronger, because all you truly care about is killing more Temple Knights. I've seen how you look at them, how you curse them under your breath, how you relish every opportunity to cut them down. So don't tell me that that's all been for me. Don't tell me that Frey died for me. Everything I've done, I've done for my mother and my father, for my master, and yes, most of all, for me. I haven't been honest with you, nor with myself, and for that I am sorry. I will stand for you in this coming trial, but after, what happens after will be your decision. Good. That's a promise. For what it's worth, I'm sorry it had to come to this. In a shocking and altogether baffling turn of events, the Mughals of Mogholm reveal that they have kidnapped Riel. Sidergu predictably flies into a rage, and together you set about beating the Mughals senseless. Afterwards, your comrade demands the return of his charge once more, only for the Mughals to ask why. Sidergu cites his oath as a Dark Knight, prompting the gathered Mughals to burst into song, extolling the virtues of love. Speechless, the Dark Knight turns away, only to find Riel safe and sound in the company of Moghi. At the Mughals' behest, Riel voices her feelings and accuses Sidergu of helping her only to further his own quest for vengeance against the Temple Knights. After a moment, he acknowledges that she speaks true, but reminds her that they will not survive the coming trial without each other's aid. He states that what happens afterwards will be her decision, and his words seem to mollify the young girl. For what it's worth, I'm sorry I read that, Lamau. Furry little bastards had us fooled, eh? Shame their wisdom is bollocks. I mean, really now, love? That's what you need to harness the abyss? I mean, I suppose there's something to be said for caring deeply for your charge, but no, I will not give those cretins even a sliver of credit. That was an utter waste of time, and that's that. Still, I'm glad to have come to an understanding with Riel. We should return to Ishgard. The hour of our trial draws near. Come along, Riel. It needed to be said. Declaring your time spent in Mogholm to have been an utter waste of time, Sigurdur returns to Ishgard together with Riel. As you watch them depart, however, you are not entirely certain that you agree. I was about Riel's age when I came to Ishgard. My parents, they said we would find a better life here. When the Temple Knights we had shown mercy returned, they let us choose the order in which we would die. That would be their mercy to us, they declared. I watched my parents kneel in the dirt. Look away, they said, but I could not. At last, when it was my turn, I knelt and prepared to follow them into death. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, a man in black stood before me, hand outstretched, and so I took it. Defend the meek, punish the wicked. Mayhap it was all but a convenient excuse to indulge in vengeance. She deserves better than me, but there's no one else. One more battle, Arentel. Let's see it done. Mayhap in this final battle I can serve as my master intended. In the Forgotten Night, Sigurdur reveals to you that he was among those first refugees to Ishgard, and that he watched helplessly as the Temple Knights executed his parents without cause. He too would have died that day were it not for the intervention of a Dark Knight who would then become his mentor. Though he claimed to embrace noble ideals, he confesses that it was likely nothing more than an excuse to indulge in vengeance. Though he now believes himself unworthy to defend Riel, he knows that he has no one else, that she has no one else but you and him. For one last battle at least, he will stand at her side. It's not that I don't appreciate their help, but they really had no idea what they were singing about, did they? Countess Ystride's missive arrived while you were away. We're to meet her in the Western Highlands, away from prying eyes. She's gone to great lengths to conceal her husband's deeds, so it comes as no surprise that she'd prefer to settle this in secret. Arentel, I don't know what's waiting for us out there, but if aught should happen to me, pray keep Riel safe. Right then. I believe she wanted a word with you before we left. Riel wanted to speak with you before we set out for the Western Highlands. Countess Ystride's missive has arrived at last. You, Sigurdur, and Riel are to meet her in the Western Highlands, that you might conduct your trial by combat far from prying eyes. Before you depart, Sigurdur tells you that Riel wishes to say a few words. We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Arentel. I want you to know that I'm truly grateful for the time we shared. You, Sigurdur, and Frey taught me so much about the world, about what it means to fight for another, what it means to fight for yourself. We're going to finish this together, the three of us. Not else to say, really. To Twin Pools, then. Let's not keep the Countess waiting. As Riel thanks you for the time you shared together, you are struck by how much she has changed. The quiet, unassuming girl you first met has grown tremendously, shaped by her experiences on the road and the knights who have kept her safe. Sigurdur seems to see it as well. Regarding her with a newfound respect, with nothing left to discuss, the knight bids you journey to Twin Pools together and settle matters once and for all. I'm ready to see her. Best not neglect your preparations. I doubt the Temple Knights will let us come back for supplies. Oh, yay. Honestly, I wonder if it'd be faster to teleport to Talfeather. Just go through the gate. I love how massive fucking Central Highlands is. Sorry, Western Highlands is. When the only Aetheryte is on. It's like it's the exact same problem as like Idleshire has, right? So glad they fixed that in future expansions. Ah, damn. We're there. I read this, right? Yep, I read it. I wonder how many men will she bring to kill the abomination? It seems we're early. Well, it's not as though I have pressing business elsewhere. Enjoy a moment's respite with me, Arentel. You came. A wise decision. You have his eyes, his nose, his lips. Every time I look at you, I see more and more of him, and it sickens me. Riel is not her father. You had no right to punish her for what he did. Who are you to stand in judgment of me? I have every right. I bore that monster into this world, and by the Fury I shall send it to the seventh house. If you are so bloody fond of it, you can follow it there. It's just us now, no one else. Remember Frey's conjuring. Protect us, and we'll protect you. Right then. Oh, there's... Go forth, brave knights of Ishgard. The Fury will watch over and protect. Perish. So much for a fair fight. Riel, Arentel, stay close to me. Be without fear in the face of the heretics. Forward, I say, forward. Just how many did she bring? Not enough. No more. Enough. Forward, bring me her head. The Fury wills it. Have you no mercy, mother? I told you never to call me that. You were given a chance, and you have stayed in your cell. Monster, abomination, death will be a mercy. Kill them. Kill them all. All of you attack. You will not harm her. There's a handful of them. Oh, Halone, see us to victory. Grant me the strength to strike down this foul creature. Oh no, not stone 2. Pray forgive me my sins for laying down with your enemies. Get fucked. Get fucked. Yelling sounds. Damn you! Get out of my way! Why? Why? Why do you care so much what happens to it? You're not the first person to ask me that. Once you might have understood. For everything that you are, that you have done, you are still her mother. Go, we shall not meet again. Oh, but we will, knight, I promise you that. Will follow you to the ends of the world if I must, so long as it lives, I must. Don't you see, you fool, the Fury wills it, the Fury wills it. Riel? How great your love for her, far greater than any you ever bore me. For a long time I prayed for forgiveness. I prayed you would take me in your arms and hold me as you did before. But I know that shall never come to pass. I will pray for you, Mother, that you might find peace in her halls. O Halone, receive of us this woman, your humble servant. Raise her up to your bosom and grant her glory everlasting. And yet the head is still attached. Obviously they can't, you know. So, what now? Kind of like how they couldn't show the aftermath of Varus's pop. We go back to Ishgard. Together. As you wish. Desperate to find absolution in the death of her daughter, Countess Ystride quickly discards all pretense and commands wave after wave of Temple Knights to kill Riel. Eventually, she attempts to carry out the deed herself, but you and Sidurgu manage to subdue her and kill her remaining knights. The Dark Knight stands poised to strike her down as well, but relents, reasoning that for all her crimes, she's still Riel's mother. However, the Countess declares that she will never stop hunting the girl, for it is the will of the Fury. Perhaps in some corner of her heart, she knew it could only end like this. Riel steps forward and tells Ystride that she will pray for her one last time, that she might find peace in Halone's halls. Grudgingly, Sigurdur readies his sword once more, and Riel begins to administer the last rites to her mother. As the blade meets her neck, Ystride looks to her daughter, and for a moment, the hatred which consumed her is nowhere to be seen. After a time, Riel says that you will return to Ishgard. Sparing a final glance for her mother, she turns and walks away. And so falls House Kalinal. It all seems so simple in retrospect. The moment I stopped trying to find the answer, there it was. All that anger, all that rage, born of a fervent desire to protect that which we hold most dear. So you are still committed to your path, then. And you, if you will have me, You'll need to talk more and to listen. I can't stand the silence, you know. There's no shame in sharing the weight, Cid. We can bear it together for ourselves and for others. Right then. How old is Cid? Because, like, she's no older than, like, 16, 17. Based on the twins, at least. The two of us will manage on our own, Arntel. There may be others who know of Riel's heritage, but if they come, we will be ready. Granted, we could simply leave Ishgard, but that would leave the people at the mercy of the powers that be. I cannot do that, and neither can Riel, I think. We all need a cause, Arntel, so what will yours be? For whom will you stand? In a sense, the world. My friends. It probably did. In that, no, it didn't. I must have missed it. And so you shall. To walk the path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Justice demands no less. But we must never lose sight of why we choose to walk it. Gods help me. Those Mughals were onto something, weren't they? Alright. And with that, I do believe that my dinner has arrived. I will read the last journal entry, and then I will briefly check to see that I'm not incorrect in that. And then I'm probably going to be ending stream, at least for like a few hours, right? Then I'll be going back live, finishing the rest, yada yada yada. Oh, I've left New Game Plus. Go away. Back with you in a moment. An hour or two, actually. Well, now. In the end, it would seem that Riel would rather remain in the company of Sirgu, provided he continues to be more honest with her. He responds to her ultimatum in typical fashion, prompting you and Riel to share a laugh. The two intend to remain in Ishgard for a time, as there are doubtless others in need of their help. But for whom will you stand? For your friends, for Eorzea, or perhaps for the one within who is ever waiting to take the reins? Alright, so I will either be back in a minute or two, or I will rapidly transition to my ending scene. In either case, I will be back at some point tonight. I guarantee it. I promise it. With every fiber of my being, I will finish Dark Knight tonight. But so. In the event that I will not be returning, I want to thank everyone for stopping by who did, and until I stream again, have a good one all.